guinea pig!
Hi, I'm Alyne. Welcome to my kitchen. And today I am making another dessert. I'm making a walnut pecan pie. That's based off my pecan pie recipe, but I'm adding walnuts to it. Piggy's over doing the happy dance behind the camera. So, what we're going to need for our ingredients, we have 3 eggs beaten here. In this bowl here, I have half a cup of walnuts and a half cup of pecans, both chopped. I have half a cup of sugar right here. Half a cup of sugar. Half a cup of butter, which is 1 stick of butter, so it's half a cup. I have 1 cup of the light Karo syrup. There's a lot of people don't know. You have 2 different kinds of Karo. You have a dark Karo syrup, which is a dark color. Not quite as dark as molasses, but it is dark. And then you have the light Karo syrup, which is the white color, or clear color. Mine is not actually Karo syrup. Karo is a name brand. It is actually corn syrup. This is the store brand corn syrup. Okay, so that's just a little FYI for those that do not know. Here I have 2 tablespoons of flour. I have a teaspoon of vanilla. And I have 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. Okay. I have my oven preheating to 350 degrees. And first thing it says to do is mix the flour and sugar together. So I'm going to put these right there. And I'm going to put them in my stirrer there. And I'm going to take my whisk and I'm going to mix them up. Okay. Now to that, we'll add the sugar. Okay. We'll mix that in very well with it.
She had to make sure of something there, folks.
Yeah, I was looking to see because it said to mix the flour and the sugar together instead of flour and salt. Flour and sugar. But I got to add the salt to it anyway. So we've got the flour and the sugar and the salt all mixed together. Now we add the butter. And we're going to heat this until just warm, which means until the butter is basically just melted.
I got time to...
You go. I'm not going to put this very high up on my temp. I'm going to put it on about 250 because I do not want to burn the sugar, for one. And I do want to make sure everything is melted. It shouldn't take too long for it to melt because butter will melt pretty quick. And I want to get this made up so I can get it put in the freezer for Piggy so we can have it for Thanksgiving. And I have already made 1 pie. And if y'all watch my video from Friday, you'll see I made a a sweet potato pie. And turn this up just a little bit. Get that heat up. And Piggy and I have eaten half of the sweet potato pie, and we put the other half in the freezer again for Thanksgiving. And that might be what we do with this pecan pie too. Now it does call for a 9-inch pie crust. You can use store-bought or homemade. I do have a video out on how to make a pie crust. And I will do the same as I did with my sweet potato pie. And I will add that up here somewhere.
It'll be on the screen somewhere.
It'll be on the screen somewhere. Okay. Oops. And the reason I'm taking this off the heat is to keep it from getting too hot. Now what it says to do, and what I'm going to do is I'll take this off the heat to do this, and then I'll put it back on the heat. It says to add the eggs to the mixture. Let's see. I'm supposed to add the syrup to this right here too, y'all. Sorry about that. I should have had that done. I overlooked that little thing. But you know what? It ain't like it. Something that can't be fixed. That is my oven. It is preheated now to 350 degrees.
It talks to her.
It does. I know what that beep means. It either means it's done or it's preheated. One of the two. I'm going to let that sit right there because I'll need that spatula here in just a minute. And I just keep sloshing everything everywhere. Now get that right there up.
I'm doing a little sloshing of my own.
Yeah, Piggy's over cleaning the pan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this back on. And I'm going to stir this up and heat it in for just a little bit. And it says to add the eggs. Do that while it's cooled down just a touch. And mix this in. And heat it until just hot. Because you don't want to scramble your eggs. You do want to, kind of cook them. But you don't want to scramble.
Kind of like that egg drop soup.
Something like that, yeah. Well, with the egg drop soup, you're making egg noodles by streaming the eggs into it. This, you're trying to cook the eggs into like a custard.
Well, I see it kind of like. I didn't say exactly that. Oh, now. Give me a break.
Okay. We'll get all this mixed together. I'll put it in my oven and bake it for about 45 minutes or until firm. And this is actually probably, the recipe for pie is an easy recipe, and it's actually one of the better tasting pecan pies I've ever had. Piggy likes the pecan pie I make from it because it doesn't have that syrupy center most of the time. It usually has like a, more like a custard center.
99% of the time. 99.9. If she made it, I like it.
Mm-hmm. Pecan pie, sweet potato pie is my all-time favorite pie. But pecan pie is my close second.
I get those the other day.
Okay, well I need to keep that here so I can use that spatula there.
Spatula.
Yeah, my little spatula here. Crikey. I need it, so I'm leaving it in there because it's got syrup on it.
Okay.
And y'all, I actually did a design on my pie crust this time. It turned out pretty good. I'm proud of myself. I don't just have a raggedy edged pie crust. Okay.
Each the same.
Take this off of here. And I'm going to add the vanilla. And the reason I knew this was to the point of just hot is it went from being a thicker consistency to being kind of a thinner consistency while I was stirring it. So I knew that everything had kind of loosened up a little bit in the syrup. So I put my 1 cup of nuts there.
I don't know where that hand keeps coming from.
I have no earthly idea. All right, Piggy, here you go. All right. Move this up here out the way for just a minute. All right. Maybe. I keep saying all right, and I don't know why. But, see if I can move that out of my way so I can start moving something here. Didn't that turn out pretty? Yeah, I think that turned out pretty. Pretty. And I've had it in the freezer, so it's firm.
Take it, you done with that?
Yeah. And the one thing I like about the pecan pies and things like that is that when you mix it all together, the pecans will float to the top, or rise to the top, I should say, during the cooking process, and make an upper crust on that. Okay. There you go, Piggy. Now I'm going to, since my oven is preheated already, 350, I'm going to set this in the oven. And I'm going to bake it again for 45 minutes. I think my table's kind of lopsided, y'all, because my levels in there keep floating back and forth. But again, this is going to go in the oven for 45 minutes or until firm. And then we'll take it out, see what it looks like, let it cool. And it may be this evening, it might be tomorrow before we actually cut into it. But we'll be back when we get ready to do all that.
Right. Yeah, it'll be a finger snap. Oh, yeah, there it goes.
There we go, 45.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right, y'all. Pie's out of the oven. Just came out. So it's going to have to sit. And it'll probably be in the morning before we finish this video up. Now, it's not quite as firm as I wanted, but I do not want my pie to burn. And you can tell the crust is getting a little brown. And it will settle. And it's going to be good. Because it tastes half as good as it smells.
I'll tell you what. That looks real good. I zoomed it in on too.
Oh, okay.
They getting a real good look at it.
Oh, okay. It smells good. It really does.
Folks, it smells as good as it looks. Actually, it smells a little better than it looks.
I'm proud of the way this one looks. I am. And I know it's going to taste good because I like pecan pie. But yeah, we're going to have to put this somewhere to make sure the kitty cats don't get near it. And
we think we know where we're going to do that. And that gives me an idea for a project later on.
Yeah. But yeah, this is something that we will actually cut into in the morning. So when we come back, it'll be the next day, which will be Friday morning. And you'll get to see us taste testing.
Hopefully I'll get another 6:15 a.m. phone call. Or she will. I go grab it and hand it to her.
Yeah, between 6:15 and 7 or 6:30, I mean. But yeah, we will definitely cut into this in the morning, do the taste test. Oh man, if we can wait till then, but we will. We'll wait till in the morning.
We can do it.
All right. So we'll see you in the morning. Well, y'all, we made it back for Friday morning.
She fibbed, y'all.
The pie cooled off enough to where we can cut it tonight. So we're going to cut it tonight. It's settled. It is nice and firm. And when I say firm, I mean it ain't smushy. So it turned out perfect. I think Peter's going to get me a picture to over.
I want to know if you wanted it before or after you cut it.
Go ahead and take it before.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll get you one of it after.
I'll decide then which I want to use. I think it's the other stuff over here.
Yeah, you might need all that.
Now, if you watched my other video, you know we had the whip top, and yes, it is the store brand. And yes, it is what is it? You know, Food Line brand. Cool Whip.
Store brand.
Yeah.
It's all right by me.
All right. And this is the Walnut Pecan Pie. Oh, yeah. That's good.
I come on to you like I did Swinger a while ago.
I don't think I got all that right there. Oh, there we go.
Swinger was sitting over here looking down into this sink as I was washing the dishes.
Yeah.
I snuck over and directed this right here at her.
On the sprayer.
Squeezed it. She got shocked. She didn't see it coming.
Didn't see it coming. Well, Piggy, I think I lost part of your pie down there. It didn't cut all the way. There we go.
That's all right. It's going to eat the same. I know that. And there's always a possibility of a second piece. So, you know.
Oh, it's supposed to be. Oh, yeah, it's got that custard-like feeling.
Hang on. Hold it right there. Y'all should be able to see that real good.
So it is
Right.
a custard-style feeling and not the runny feeling. It is a little soft because it might be still a bit warm in the center, even though it's pretty otherwise.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be nice to get touch with it.
I sit
I
here.
just let you clean that spray off
I
too.
sit here.
Just sitting there hoping.
Yeah.
Right there, because that'll go back in the refrigerator for a while. So I'm gonna get my bite first without the whipped topping. I've got filling, crust, I've got topping, regular topping.
There it is, folks. Unabashed and unashamed.
As much as I love pecan pie,
That's
I
what
think I like the mixture better.
mixture.
Walnuts and pecans.
Oh, you got both?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a walnut pecan pie.
Well, you get two different flavors. That might be why.
You get the flavor of both nuts, and they both go excellent with that filling. Oh, yeah. So good. If you're not overly fond of pecan pie, but would like to try something similar, try it with the walnuts. Well, I would say try it with cashews or whatever nut you particularly like. Just make sure they're chopped. Put them in there.
Macadamia.
Yeah, you can do a macadamia nut pie.
I love macadamias. And cashews.
So that's one of those things, work for your own thing, what you like. And so I love pecans because growing up, we used to have a pecan tree in the yard where my grandmother lived. And we'd go out in the fall and we'd collect pecans. And my mom, my grandmother would crack them and I would take the pecans out of the shell when I didn't eat them. And love pecans. And I do not say pecan. They are not pecans. They are pecans. That's how I was raised. A pecan is, you got two different options. One is a can that holds green peas, and the other is a can that you do something else in. So a pecan is something that you eat.
The thing is, like I say, watching her cook and everything. Cooking is basically just chemistry with food.
That's all it is.
So experiment.
Yeah. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed my walnut pecan pie and use it for Thanksgiving. You might like it.
Bye, y'all.
Work, Michael.